Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to share a fall decorate with me where I'll be transforming both my kitchen and my family room into warm, inviting spaces for the season. We will be adding lots of textures, warm earthy tones, and a simple DIY along the way. Plus, I'll be sharing a game-changing product that has helped me completely organize my freezer. I can't wait to dive in, so let's get started. As many of you know, freezer organization can be a total struggle, especially when you're trying to keep track of different types of meats, frozen veggies, and other products. That's why I'm so excited to have iSPECLE as a sponsor of this portion of today's video. They sent me their amazing 4-pack stackable chest freezer organizing bins, and let me tell you, it's been a complete game changer. I love that the bins are stackable, making it super easy to separate not just different types of meat, beef, chicken, pork, fish, but also other frozen products like vegetables, fruits, and prepared meals. These bins have truly taken my freezer from chaos to calm. And here's something extra exciting. iSPECLE has given me an exclusive 20% discount code for all their freezer organizing bin products just for my followers. Plus, they are running a 15% off lightning deal on Amazon on September 15th. So if you're looking to get your freezer organized this fall, definitely check them out using the link in my description box below. Now that the freezer is handled, let's jump into decorating. I am bringing back this wooden tray that I've had for a while now, and on top of it I'm going to be placing the vase that I've been using in the kitchen for a couple seasons now. It did come from Home Sense. I found some affordable florals that look high-end, which always help elevate the space without breaking the bank. And needless to say, they look really, really good. I think adding florals always elevates the space, and it's a great way to change out decor in any room without changing out too many things. Now to add to the tray, I'm going to go with my little ceramic pumpkin that I had thrifted many moons ago. I think it was probably about 2 to 3 years ago, and I actually did a little DIY over on my DIY channel with it. This was just a bowl with a lid, pumpkin bowl with a lid, and I had added a candle to it. And back then I was still using just normal candles, so I picked up a candle at the dollar store and I had melted it and poured it into this bowl, which was a very inexpensive DIY to make. I think I thrifted the bowl for $3.99. And this gold or antique brass gold bowl was also a thrift find, and I am going to add some apples. I have been absolutely loving using apples this season, so I'm going with that. So over here in this corner, I'm going to be adding another one of my DIYs, a thrifted vase that I had upcycled. I share that as well on my DIY channel, and most of the DIYs are shared on my DIY channel. I just don't want to be repetitive. And then beside it, I was going to place this pumpkin bowl with a lid, and then inside the vase, I'm going to use these florals, the silk florals. I absolutely love them. I do not know what they are called. I will try and link anything that I'm using down in the description box, but I absolutely love the way these looks. I've used them in my bedroom as well, and I am obsessed. And if you had missed my bedroom decorate with me video, make sure you check it out, because I share tons of neat decorating ideas. I will link it up in the sky for you to check it out. So once I was done, I felt like the pumpkin wasn't quite working, so I moved it away and I added 2 of my favorite cookbooks that I use on a regular basis beside it, and that added more texture and I think warmth to the space as well. And speaking of warmth, over in the middle of the counter, I'm going to go with I'm going to call them vintage cutting boards. They are thrifted. They're not necessarily vintage. I might do a little DIY on one of them just to make it look more vintage. But for now, this is what they look like. And now I'm going to place that pumpkin over here because I felt like I really wanted to include it somewhere. And this is how it looks right now with the little corner. And I think it's has just the right amount of pops of color. And then on the opposite of the stove, I played around with this. This is a DIY cutting board that I made. I think this is the color that I kind of thinking of redoing, maybe that other cutting board. Let me know what you think. And then I'm going to add this little vase. And then to it, I had forgotten I had these little flowers, which I think are just so beautiful. And I'm going to add those. I think they came from Michael's, but I'm thinking like maybe 10-15 years ago. I am not 100% sure. I've had them in my stash for a while. So I thought they would add just the right amount of color to this space without overwhelming it. And then right beside it, I'm going to be adding these salt and pepper shakers. They're little turkeys. This came from Dollar Tree, I believe, because I am in Canada and turkey season's a lot earlier than in US. We are about a month away from it, so I do incorporate some of Thanksgiving decor in here as well. So now I was thinking that something was missing on that side, so I moved that cutting board over to this side with a pumpkin and decided to do a little DIY, and I thought I'd take you along with me. So I had found a website that has a free printable, which I will link it down below. You do have to sign up for an email list, but they'll send you the access to the printables then. And I absolutely love the stuff that she's had on her site, so I had printed it. I do not have the best printer, but I think it did a pretty good job. And then I'm going to add some Mod Podge, and this will give it that oil painting look. Evelyn Hernandez does this all the time, and she had inspired me to create one of these prints for myself as well. I think it's a great, inexpensive way to add seasonal decor to your space and give you that vintage look if that's what you are going for. You can even, your prints don't have to be vintage, they can be really anything you want. That's the beauty of it. And like I said, applying Mod Podge will give it that oil texture look, that like an oil painting look. Now, I did not have time to go to a thrift store to see if I can find a nice frame. However, I did have lots of dollar store frames that I thought I could make it over and make it look vintage and kind of give it that thrifted look. So I just had a basic black frame, and it does have a little bit of detailed in the middle of it, and I went with my spun gold acrylic paint, and I just wanted to apply enough of it, spread it around, and then I'm going to use a Kleenex just to get into all the little crevices and kind of dab it on so some of the black from the frame shows through. And here we go. I think this is definitely giving that vintage vibes, and now I'm going to put the frame in it. I did cut it a little bit just to fit into the frame, and here we are. I think it turned out very nice. I think it's perfect. It was just what this corner was missing. And now the other side was still not working for me, so I moved the pumpkin and I added a bowl with some apples and pumpkins. I'm not sure if I'm loving the pumpkins in it or if I should just keep pumpkins and not apples, or apples and not pumpkins. Let me know what you guys think. But I did move the pumpkin over here right beside the stove, and I think that looks perfect. Now over by my sink, which is very wet, I added my soap dispensers and then a little pumpkin bowl. This is a pumpkin bowl that comes from Dollar Tree. It has the lid, and I thought it would be perfect to add my little brush. And that completes my kitchen. What do you guys think? I am obsessed. I think it looks really good, except that wooden bowl over there with the apples and the pumpkins. I'm not sure what I want to do there quite yet. So if you may have noticed, I did not include my coffee bar station in this video. It is because my coffee maker is on the fritz and we don't have it, so it's kind of bare in that spot. So I will be sharing that as a separate video once my coffee maker makes it back. It's been gone for almost 2 months, and we had to go to Walmart and buy just I think it was $16 drip coffee maker, and I'm so sad, and I hope it comes back soon. It was under warranty, luckily. And now moving on to my family room, and As some of you may know, ever since the reno was done, I don't have many spaces to decorate here. So I'm going to add some pillows to my chair, as well as my sofas, as well as a blanket, because I think it just warms up the space. And over on the coffee maker, I'm going to add one of my DIY vases, and then this hay that I got, or wheat, I keep calling it hay, wheat from Home Sense a couple of years back. And then I'm going to, on the other side, place my paper mache bowl that I DIY'd, and in it I have some pumpkins, different colors, shapes, and sizes, as well as some vase fillers that are like nuts and orange slices and things like that. And I paired it with a Mickey candle. This is actually a fall scented candle, but I love the color of the lid and the color of the bowl, and I think it just goes with the space. And then over on my side table, I have my diffuser, and I'm going to add this pumpkin that came from Dollarama for $3. This must have been a while ago, because I think right now it would be probably $5 for a pumpkin like that. And then I'm going to add another one of my DIY Olive Atelier vases dupes, and in it I'm just going to put some branches from my garden. I often like to use this. I did play around with it off the video with some hydrangeas, but I found the colors for this room were a little too bright, so I went with my this is actually Japanese maple leaves that I cut off. I will most likely going to have to add new ones within a couple of days, or see if I can find something new to put in there. So make sure you stay tuned for my home tour so you can see what goes in here. I try to, like I always say, I try to use branches from the garden, and they don't have to be something that someone uses all the time. If I think it looks good, that's what I will place in here. I've had many different branches in vases throughout the years, and I quite enjoy styling it. And sometimes they like hydrangeas, they will last even if the vase is empty. They will just dry out nicely, and if you spray them a little bit with hairspray, the leaves don't fall off, the little petals, flower petals, don't fall off. And then there was some suggestions of putting a jelly in the bottom for hydrangeas, and it keeps them bright colored. I know that if you keep replenishing the water, it will do the same as well. So there's lots of options. The branches with leaves tend to kind of is it willow out? Oh, is that the word I'm looking for? Even if you add water. So sometimes I'll just let them dry out, because that's a nice look as well. For some, not for all. So we'll see how these turn out and see if I have to replace them or not. So this concludes my Decorate with me video for today. I hope you all love decorating with me today in both the kitchen and the living room. Everything turned out so cozy and ready for fall. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out the iSPECLE freezer organizing bins linked below with my 20% discount code. And remember, they're running that 15% off lightning deal on September 15th on Amazon, so be sure to grab them while you can. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.